Good afternoon, my name is Trons9S, aka Trenton. I'm here bringing another video on homeless discovering the streets. So, if you watch my first video, you'll know what to do when you hit the streets, whatnot. You know, you're out on the streets, and you're trying to figure out what to do next. Definitely watch that video if you haven't. Homeless Discovering the Streets Part 1. So now that you're homeless, you've exhausted all resources in trying to find housing, and it's been 3 weeks or 30 days or whatnot. It's time to switch gears from immediately getting rehoused to actually surviving. This is where it gets, the more detailed into that. What's next? You're homeless. You've attempted to get rehoused through friends, family, or any other resource out there, and it just didn't cut it. So first thing first, life isn't over. You just got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. Dealing with your mental issues and any other issues that you may have are huge steps. You got to take care of those first, because if you can't think for yourself, you're just not going to be surviving. You're just going to be, living. There are those out here homeless who really, some people wonder why they're not in a mental hospital. And it is what it is. They haven't taken care of those issues, maybe because they just can't recognize they have them. But you got to be able to handle short-term problems to gain long-term results. When you're homeless, that's usually what you have. You have those annoying problems that just keep popping up, and you got to deal with those before you really get to those long-term results. The good news is that eventually those results really are really helpful. I'm sitting in my truck right now, and it kept going out on me. It wouldn't start. First, it wouldn't start. I replaced the starter. That cost me like $175. Then the alternator died on me, and the battery was completely dead. And so I got a new battery, I got a new alternator, and I learned how to fix my truck by myself on my own. YouTube saves the day. So it's just those little problems that you just got to deal with. But moving on. Oh, you got to be willing to gamble on situations and whatnot. And I don't mean going to the casino, because you'll end up losing your money. Actually, I've won some. I went to the casino a few times. Drugs and cigarettes are expensive. Don't let them take your money. It's not worth it. Spending your last $10 on a pack of Newports or Marlboro Reds, they just, bam, you're out of $10, and then eventually you might be going to beg someone for some money just so you can buy more cigarettes or alcohol or whatever else. Please don't. Like I said, be willing to gamble. So the first thing first, when you're homeless, you're on your own. Most likely you're on your own. You may have a support network, but they're not there for you on the daily basis. And depending on your location or your environment or whatnot, you need to be able to secure yourself. Doing that means condoms. Condoms, yeah. You really need those. Pepper spray, tasers, and it's important that any weapon that you get to defend yourself is non-lethal. I repeat, any weapon that you get to protect yourself in a situation that requires you self-defense is non-lethal. I can't stress that enough, because if you use a gun, and even though it might be self-defense, there's some way that the police and the prosecutor, you're probably going to get arrested because you shot someone, and the prosecutor's going to twist it any way he might want to, and then you'll be going to prison. So, non-lethal. Second, so you protected yourself, you got a non-lethal weapon, or maybe not even a weapon, could be anything, non-lethal. Protecting your property, having a small safe, chain locks, maybe a couple hand tools, and the proper location, whatnot, is very crucial to protecting your property and yourself. I looked up on Amazon. You can get these like nice little small size safes or whatever. You can store your social security card, your ID, or whatnot. Now, if someone were to steal the safe, they might be able to break it. But some, or not Amazon, eBay. I looked up on eBay for $15. You get it's a pretty decent little tiny safe that you can store your stuff in. So I was thinking to get one myself, but don't have the money right now. Having all this stuff is very crucial to protecting your stuff, and also it deters thieves from, thieves just want to run in, grab your stuff, and now I'm gonna go pawn it or keep it for themselves or whatnot. But if you put a security measure in place that prevents them from just having direct access to, like, if you have a smartphone or whatnot, but you put it in the safe, they have to break in the safe and put all this effort just to get your smartphone. They don't want to do that. It's too much work. Yes. And 3, proper gear is essential to street survival. Knowledge is too. You need to consider your environment. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it rain or is it snow? These are all essential to how you'll dress and what type of gear that you might need. Clothes, or maybe what kind of your dress, your attire, or whatnot. Consider your location. Are you in a shelter, motel? Are you in a car, a wooded area near in the city, or in a rural area, or a tent city? This is important too, as far as your personal protection and protecting your property, and also essential to your gear. Also consider local policies, city policies and laws. These are crucial because you end up violating one of these, it could range from a ticket to going to jail for 1-2 nights or even longer. Like, let's say you end up homeless and you have a car, so you're sleeping in your car. If you park your car in a private parking lot, it's going to get towed. Unless you have like some arrangement with the manager, which, again, your mouth is your bread maker. It's your friend. So, my brother, he had it arranged with the owner. He would pay him like, small amount of money just to be able to park his truck and, crash there or whatnot. And the owner was super awesome about that. So just being able to talk to people and tell them your situation is very crucial. Let's see, what else? Some cities, or states even, don't allow you to sleep in your car. So knowing which city or state is also very crucial, because if you get caught sleeping in your car, then you're gonna probably get a ticket, or they're gonna end up towing your vehicle or marking it. That's what I noticed on a couple of other cars, the parking enforcement just marking the vehicles, and then when no one's inside the car, the car is missing. So yeah. So this is the first step to being able to, when you realize you're homeless, dealing with your personal issues, securing yourself and your property, and gaining knowledge about your environment, and planning ahead what gear what you need. That will be in the next video, but seeing as it's 10 minutes, I don't want to keep you too long. I'd be closing out now. So, Bitcoin, again, it's going to save the world. Our group, BitClubNetwork, we accidentally mined, it's crazy, but I just got an update from BitClubNetwork. We accidentally mined $147,000 worth of Bitcoin by accident. Apparently, it was from some the research they did was from some Bitcoin mixing service, and that's basically someone trying to mix the Bitcoin, pretending like it came from a different owner or whatnot, so they can buy something malicious or something like that. And they believe that the computer made a mistake, and BitClubNetwork ended up mining it. And so what they decided to do was, if the original owner, claimed that money and BitClubNetwork verified it, they would give the money back to them. But I highly doubt that, because they're probably trying to buy something malicious, or maybe send money to offshore accounts. Who knows? But $147,000, man, that's a loss right there. I feel sorry for that guy. But if the owner doesn't come within a week, they'll donate the money to the Bitcoin Foundation. So how cool is that? Definitely check out the links below if you're interested in mining Bitcoin. So adios.